Hey guys, I'm Bushcraft Nick, and in this video we're going to be carving a spoon in the fort. Let's get into this. Hey guys, welcome back to Bushcraft Nick. I'm Nick, we're carving a spoon, let's go. So all you need to carve this is a nice saw to cut your piece of wood, and then a knife to shave off the pieces. Can't get simpler than that. Basically what I'm doing is I have this one end, which is good enough for me. So if I'm holding my spoon like this, obviously it's going to be really tiny, probably that thin. But I'm holding it like this, and I only really have to go up a little bit for the spoon itself and a little bit of a handle. So if I cut it off right here, this should give me more than enough to cut this spoon. So I'm gonna cut right here. It is so cold right now. I gotta put my gloves back on. It's freezing. So now that I got the piece cut, what you wanna do is baton it right in half with an axe or whatever you want to baton it. So if you don't know what batoning is, basically it's a simple way to cut a piece of wood in half. Just gonna hold it right here. Get your piece to baton it with. Cut a little bit. As you can see, it's just going right into it, causing a split. It's very important to get it as straight as you possibly can and as even as you can, so it splits right down the middle, but it doesn't always work like that. As you can see, getting really nice, pretty even, and you just gotta keep going. I'm gonna go put it on something solid. I'll be right back. Just like that, we got it cut. Did a little bit of damage to this, but it also had a knot in the middle, which is what slowed it up. So once you have a baton, pick out whichever piece you want to work with, because if you do it evenly, it should be about the same, no difference. The result of this will vary depending on what type of wood you use. So I might have used a wrong type of wood. Honestly, I have no idea what this is. I could look it up, but I'm not. Have it in your hand. You know what size your handle is going to be. So you have all of this to work with to carve the actual spoon. So once you have the piece you're going to use, it's pretty easy to tell where you're going to hold it, and you just shave it down to there at the end. But what I'm going to start with is just shaving a little bit off the top right here where the spoon part is going to be, and then actually outlining it. So basically you just want to pretty much shave it all off and get it to a reasonable size, and then start carving. Obviously the sharper the knife the better. Mora knife is a really good knife you can get off of Amazon. It's really not that expensive either. Just realized I might want a little too small right here. Could be a good spoon, but this side is a little bigger. And the good part about this is if you mess up, you have two pieces and two sides to do it on. It's a little hard if there was a branch on the piece you cut, because there was a branch on this piece, but it'll add to character. So now once I have this piece, then I'm gonna cut into that circle. Basically with this part, once you have your outline, you just carve away until you have what you want. So I got it cut down now. I have the general shape of the spoon. So now I'm just gonna carve in and make my handle. I'm not gonna make it too small like the silverware. I'm just gonna make it a little smaller than this. At a certain point, you wanna kinda draw the line at the bottom so you have your whole entire thing you're gonna work with to carve. And then to do this, hold it like a pencil, and you have your circle where the actual spoon's gonna be the depth. So you go into it, down, and this one's a little tricky, and curve up. So you can see that little nick I made. I did make an accidental nick right here, so I'm gonna get rid of that. So as you can kind of tell, I have a little bit of an indent going. So you just want to go in there, and I'm gonna take off my gloves for this so I'm really precise. Ow, just poked myself. Looking back at it, I probably shouldn't have cut. I'm carving right into that, which is not so good. So it's taking its time, but like I said, I'm not a professional. Doing this to learn. So if you have a lot of time on your hands, this is perfect for you. So I'm just gonna speed this up, and when it's done shaving, I'll get back to you guys. All right, so I carved out a pretty decent sized spoon. It's not huge, but it's not terrible. So now what I'm gonna do is basically just carve it off around it, smooth it out, and then make the handle, which is really as simple as you could get. I also switched knives because this was a little easier working in the tiny areas, but carving it, I'm going back to my Mora knife because that is much sharper. So now as you get closer to being done, you could kind of see it starting to take shape. This next part's just carving. I'll get to you when I'm done carving the handle. Another way to do this is if you have a fire going, you can put a piece of charcoal on there and it'll just burn right through and you just kind of carve it out. But this is a little better for me because you just get to practice your knife skills. So I'm not really using the best type of wood. As you can see, it's kind of stripping like that. And I'm pretty sure you're supposed to use evergreen. It looks like a spoon, kind of. This looks more like a cooking tool rather than a spoon. But I'm pretty proud of it because this is my first time doing anything like this. So obviously with everything, this could use more work. I could use more practice on it, and I could go a lot deeper right here. When I have some free time in the fort, I'm just gonna go around and shape some more of this off. It doesn't look perfect, but it feels pretty good. The back feels nice. As you can see, it's pretty caved in. My finger disappears, and it actually looks pretty cool. And I thank you guys for stopping by. I'll show you guys what it's like to scoop up some water with this, and let's see if it actually works. So I'm going to the river now to see if the spoon works. I expect it to hold a decent amount of water, and let's see how this goes. So as you can see, it holds a whole lot of water. I think I counted 4 or 5 drops of water. So it's not bad, but like I said before, just takes a lot more time just to carve it in. It was pretty cool carving the spoon. I hope you guys enjoyed watching. I definitely could get better at this, and I will in the future. I'll be doing a couple more carving stuff in the future, but this was really cool. I'm actually pretty proud of it. And while I can't hold a lot of water, I'm happy I did this because it was just a cool experience. So thanks for watching, guys. I will see you in 2 weeks for a new video and a short every Tuesday. Bye.